Hi, friends.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Yarn Room Shenanigans. I'm Gayle.
And I'm Laura.
And this is episode number 6.
We've been doing this for like 2 months now.
Yes, and we're getting very close to our 2,000 subscribers.
We are, inch by inch.
Yes, so we're very excited about that, and we're going to have a couple of really lovely raffles when we reach 2,000. We'll have something for you to, say in the comments and whatnot, and
we'll say this at the end, but we're going to say it now too. Please like, subscribe, share to all of your friends if you're enjoying what you're seeing here. Please share so that we can reach that goal and do another giveaway.
Yeah, I love giveaways. They're
so
much fun. Oh my gosh!
And we've got some really good things that are getting.
We do. We actually, we're not going to talk about it.
We're creating a pile. We're not going to tell you what it is yet.
Yes. So, we had a great weekend, didn't we?
We did. It was local yarn shop day on Saturday. It is. We should say what day it is. It's Sunday afternoon,
right.
5 o'clock somewhere. And
so we're going to have to tell you,
yes,
you're going to be missing the bald man, alias Doc, alias Paul.
And you'll notice that we already have our drinks here.
And they are pistachio martinis, which will be in the show notes. They are wonderful. We're going to have a sip first.
Gayle was the substitute martini maker today.
Hang on.
Cheers, everyone.
Isn't that yummy?
You did pretty good.
Not bad, right? I'm not the bald man, but I'm a good substitute. He happens to be out with my almost brother-in-law. So they're out having a seafood, some kind of big dinner.
Oh, just to remind you, we're using our Michigan
coasters
from
Danielle and Bethany.
Piece again.
Yes.
They had gotten a little.
They had a little trauma
from the post office.
But Paul fixed them.
They look beautiful, and we're using them. So thanks again, Danielle and Bethany.
Yes, they go right for our cocktails.
Yes.
And this is drink number 6 from the cocktail box.
That's right.
So that's how we're going to do that.
Right, because we're on episode 6, so we started with card number 6 in the box.
Yes.
Yeah, because we have to be organized that way.
We are all about it. So now, speaking of organization, we were talking about local yarn shop day. So we'll get back to that.
And today is Sunday afternoon. Yesterday was local yarn shop day.
And we went to Skein Yarn Shop. That's our local yarn shop day with Justine and Lori and Meg and Jen
was helping out.
And Barbara and Judy.
Yep.
I mean, they
all
needed
the girls were called to the task yesterday.
Yes, they needed help. The shop, they were literally lined up out the door to pay at the register.
Yep.
Michelle from Woolens and Nosh, she came, and I'm going to have Ilaria insert a couple of pictures.
Yes.
She was there with her daughter Molly, who was a sweetheart, 15. Right. She's going to be 16 soon. And we'll show you our acquisitions later. It was really...
It was a phenomenal day. The weather was rainy all day on Saturday.
It didn't deter anybody.
Not deter anybody.
Right.
Not us, not anybody else. We started the morning out early. We picked Gayle up around, 8:30 or so?
Yeah.
And we went, East Greenwich, the town where we live, has a really beautiful town center. Mm-hmm. And in the town center is an old diner called Jiggers. And so we like to go there for breakfast, and it's just a fabulous place.
It's a real diner.
It's a real diner. Yeah. And the girls work their tails off there.
And they're so sweet.
And the food is just amazing.
Yes.
Every time.
Clean, and there's always a line. I mean, it's always busy, always.
Yep.
It's crazy. And
they turn the tables fast too.
Yeah.
Like they don't rush you.
Not at all.
They don't rush you at all. You take your time. But boy, they can get the food in and out fast.
And if you want something special, like, I want my English muffin toasted, not on the grill.
And the bacon crispy.
The bacon has to be crispy. And
only egg white omelet. Right. I don't want the yolks.
Right. And so they're like, of course. course.
Yep.
Like just really, really nice. And
Yes.
and the owner comes out every once in a while, walks around, and he's like, "Is it good? Do you like it?" Mm-hmm. So all the little special things that he does and goes out of his way. So yeah, I really like it there.
And we made a whole day of it. I picked her up. We went for breakfast because we knew that we were going to be at the shop all day. So we wanted to start out with a good full stomach and energy for the day.
Oh, yes.
So we got to the shop right at 10 o'clock.
We were waiting at the door. As they opened it,
Yep.
we walked in.
We did. Woolens and Nosh, Michelle from Woolens and Nosh was there doing a trunk show. At the shop, in the middle of the shop is kind of long, and the shop layout is long and thinner as opposed to like a square shop. So it's more like a rectangle when you walk in and it goes all the way down. So in the middle of the shop floor, Lori had special made a 14-foot nice,
Gorgeous
beautiful
table.
wooden table. But it's 14 feet long. That table on a regular day is filled with knitters all around it.
And she doesn't charge us to sit there. So
Right.
we just sit there and knit as long as you use
The
shop
community
yarn.
is
Yes.
amazing. The sense of community and the welcomeness of the community is apparent the minute that you walk in.
Yes.
Anyways.
It's like Cheers, Lori. Like if I walk in, everybody turns around and says, "Hi, Gayle.
That's
Hi,
right.
Gayle. Hi,
Yep.
Laura."
That's
it's
right.
Like, it's no matter who you are, and if we don't know you, everybody turns around and says, "Hey, how's it going? What are you knitting?"
Yep.
So
and
it's
what's
very
your name?
welcoming.
And
yes.
come and sit down.
Yes.
And, so anyways, this 14-foot table was piled high with Michelle's yarn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're talking about pyramids of the colorways just stacked up across the whole 14 feet of this
Mm-hmm.
table. At the end of the day, that table was empty.
Decimated.
Empty.
Yeah.
It was, there were so many customers and so many people that came.
We met a lot of people that had watched us on the podcast.
Yes, we did. We met Mark.
We met Stephanie.
We met Olivia. Teresa. And there were a host of other
more
people that we met as well. But those are just some of the names that come to mind right off the top of our heads. But it was an amazing day. I mean, Lori and Justine and all of the staff from the store, Meg and Jen and Judy and Barbara.
Yeah, they worked their tails off, and everybody's so nice.
It was amazing.
It was such a good vibe.
And nobody was frantic in the store.
No.
The vibe was just chill.
Yep.
Even though there was all this energy and shopping and excitement going on, everybody was just chill. Like whether you were standing in line waiting to pay, they had a small table in the back where people could sit and knit, which we tried to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, look who's coming to visit.
Hi,
This is Loki.
Want to see him? He's really beautiful.
He is. So this is Gayle's sister.
This is Loki.
Is having her floors redone right now. Like with the polyurethane
yeah,
and
she
all of
redid
that.
her whole kitchen.
So she's been staying here with Gayle and with her two kitties, and this is one of them, Loki.
This is Loki.
Isn't she beautiful?
Oh, he's a boy.
Oh,
That's
the other
okay.
one's the girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aren't they pretty though?
Isn't she beautiful? And look at those big blue-green eyes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So say hi to Loki. She's our visiting
Kitty, our celeb.
today.
Oh, look at those eyes.
See, we don't have the bald man, but we have Loki.
That's right. That's right.
There you go.
So around 12 o'clock, somebody else comes to the yarn shop.
Yes. Guess who?
And it was our favorite boys, Kevin and Ray.
Yes, Kevin and Ray from Needles at the Ready.
Yeah.
And
who I know that you probably all watch them, but if you don't, for whatever reason, please watch them. They're amazing.
Yes.
And they are, what you see on the podcast is what they are. Mm-hmm. If you meet them out and about at Rhinebeck or Connecticut, Sheep and Wool, and wherever, New England Fiber Fest, what you see is what they are.
And they love to greet people.
Yes.
Ray especially loves a hug.
Ray's a hugger.
He's a hugger.
Ooh, he's so cute. Oh, I can't even.
And
Kevin,
we
I just love him. He's like kind of quiet, and I don't know how he has to keep Ray kind of in line, like Laura has to keep me in line. And he'll turn red.
Yep.
Kevin, oh my God. They're both very handsome, wonderful, good souls.
Yes.
And just a pleasure. We're so fortunate to be friends with them.
Absolutely.
So they came.
It was such an amazing day. We were there. Kevin and Ray were there. Michelle was there with her daughter. Well, was Molly there?
No,
she wasn't.
No, Molly came later.
So you're
Katie's
right. She joined
bag.
us later. Oh, that's all right.
Okay.
That's all right. There's nothing else in the bag.
Right.
I got it all on the table here. But it was just an amazing day. So thank you again, Skein Yarn Shop, for
Hosting
such an amazing
wonderful,
local yarn shop day. And we just really are so fortunate to have this store in our community.
Yes.
So what are you wearing, Gayle?
You know what? I was just wondering what it is. It's an Anna Delvey.
Yes,
it's an Anna Delvey.
It's the one this is the one
that you
I've
showed on
shown
the first podcast.
That I've got as one of my dice whips.
I know that it's with fiber optic yarn.
Yes.
And you start in the center, right there, and then you work your way out.
If you remember, I'm kind of on this dark brown area. I haven't gotten to the gray and the light gray yet, but it's a circular
shawl.
And it's just beautiful.
I really like it. It's pretty, right? And I have to say that if you're not a lace knitter, this one's so easy.
It is.
You can do this.
Really, lace knitting is yarn overs.
Knit two together.
And you're making holes, you know. So.
Yep. And probably not this time, but on another podcast, I want to talk about charts and explain some charts. I'm sure most of you know it, but for those that don't, because
that would be a good little tips and tricks.
Yeah, little tips and tricks. Because when I'm doing, I'll show you later, my Sari Nordlund, I'm doing her sweater, and I think it's Viva, but I'll let you know when I pull it out. And I was at the yarn shop knitting, and I never read the whole pattern, so I didn't really look at the pattern. I just saw words. So I'm trying to knit all this intricate cable stuff, not intricate, but there's a lot to read, and inevitably I messed up. So I was like, all right, I can't do this here. So I was flipping the pages, and I found a chart. I was like, you should just look at the pattern. It's so, if you don't use charts.
What did your mother used to tell you?
Read the whole pattern and you won't have to do it 3 times. So, right?
Mama knows best.
Right? And so once I found the charts, if you use charts, it's a picture. You can see exactly. If you have a yarn over it and it goes above an SSK, if you're above your SSK, and that's where your yarn over should be.
And a lot of people are afraid of charts.
Right.
But really,
it's the easiest thing.
They're so much easier to track than the words on a page.
Absolutely.
Now, I would say, like, when I first was learning charts, I used to do both. Like, I would have the chart
just
and
to
the
check
words
yourself and make sure
right
you were
next
doing
to
it right.
each other. So I would read the sentence and look at the chart, and that helped me to learn how, the different symbols.
And the good thing about charts is that probably 90% or more use the same symbols. So the legend, so you'll see a slash mark that way or this way, or a dot or a plain thing or something that's gray. Mm-hmm. They all mean the same thing on most of the charts. Little red marks, you stitch repeat, or it might be blue, but you repeat what's in those. But I'll go through it. I think that'd be a fun thing to do. Maybe we'll write it down. I'll write it down and we'll chat about that next time, because we have a few things to talk about today.
Yes.
But one of our followers thought it'd be kind of neat if we went over a few tips and tricks things. And I thought that was kind of neat. So we're going to start that next time.
Another thing that I know we had a comment about once was sharing our organization as well. Like how do you organize your yarn stash? Is it by color? Is it by weight? Is it by...
It's by Laura.
The dyer. But what is your organizational style besides it being by Laura?
Yeah, because I don't have one.
And that's what that's one of the other things that people wanted to hear about, so we could talk about that at some point too. But this is
fiber optic yarn.
and
Kimber,
it's
who owns it,
Mystic
and
Mist is the
that's it.
name
Yes.
of the pattern.
Yes, it is Mystic Mist.
And by Anna Dalby.
Dalby.
And at
DALBI.
some point, I'll get to share mine too,
And you can-
because
you know,
I don't have that much left to do on it, but it's a lot of stitches around.
Yeah,
It's
but
like 576 stitches around.
It's fun though. It's interesting, and you can wear it in the front, like people like to wear them in the front, even though it's a circle. I mean, it's pretty, right? Like this, or you can sometimes, if I go to a restaurant and I am chilly, I'll just put it over my shoulders, and it makes like a cute little capelet thing. But I don't want to look like a mime, but even though I'm French, I have French, I could be a mime. And then somebody else said, "Oh my God, it'd be such a pretty tablecloth." I mean, for some people, it might be beautiful tablecloth. Maybe in a bedroom, but I love wearing it. It was perfect today, right?
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, I just think it's fabulous. Ooh, it's so pretty, right?
It is.
Anyways, what do you have on, friend?
So I have on, this is another, I think I wore a woven scarf the last time too. So this is another one, because we are getting into the warmer weather now. I was almost going to wear my Alpine Bloom today. I put it on this morning and I thought, nope, that's not going to work, Laura.
Too hot.
You're going to be too hot. So I put on this nice thin cotton shirt and just went digging in my drawer for a scarf. And this is another woven one that I did.
Up a little closer because they need to really see that beautiness. And you use Kemper's yarn, right?
I believe this was done out of
junk yarn.
Junk yarn, which I'm not sure that Kemper is doing dyeing right now. But her company was Junk Yarn. And so a lot of you may have some in your stash.
She did a lot of Barbie things.
But yeah, she did a lot of bright colors. And, so this was one of her, I think I used 2 skeins of yarn for
Fingering
it.
weight.
And again, I used my little, roach clip tool thing. I could bring that sometime too and show people how to work. But that makes the little tassels there. And so, it's the time of the year where I just want to have a little something for color, but not too much hotness. Because I'm hot enough the way I am.
You got that right, sister. That's what I heard. That is what I hear.
So,
do you have anything finished?
Do I have anything? Oh, I got a story to tell about something that's not quite finished, but I really worked hard on it this week. Right. So no, I don't have anything.
All right,
finished.
Well, I do.
Do you?
So
okay, you go first then.
So this loveliness I just finished. And
look how cute that is.
It is for my niece who is having a baby girl. And
we're having a shower next weekend.
We're having a shower next weekend.
Isn't that adorable?
So look, this is not a mistake. I just bought one button too few at Laurie's, so I'm going to get one more button. But it buttons on the bottom. It's a romper. It's machine washable, lie flat to dry. It's knitting by Olive Yarn, and it's like a dusty rose color.
She's going to love that.
Right? It's so pretty. But this is this is actually 3 months. I mean, this is for a gargantuan 3-month baby. This will probably fit a 6-month-old. So I'm happy. It'll fit her for a while.
Last for
and the little lacy part's really cute.
Really cute.
And it was fun. It was a different construction. You did the neck here.
And it's going to be like a spring summer baby.
Yes.
And so
she's going
with it being like sleeveless and just to cover the torso will be good for her.
And, easy access through the bottom there. Makes it easy.
Mm-hmm. To do the diaper changes.
Exactly. But it's cute, isn't it? And it has this little detail down the side here. And the pattern, I want to say, goes up to like a 2 or something. Here, look at that. I'm better than I thought. It's called Knitting Forsyth. I think it might be Dutch or something.
Okay.
If you're a brand new knitter, don't make this. There's other ones that might be easier. Is it a hard pattern? No. But some of it's intuitive.
Because of the translation.
You lose a
little bit in the translation.
Yes. But
that does happen.
Yes. So some of it I kind of just did what I thought, and it goes up to 2 years.
Which is kind of the way Gayle knits a lot of the time anyways.
Yeah.
Like me, I'm a pattern, recipe, rule follower. Not her.
Not so much.
She's very intuitive. She cooks intuitively. Doesn't follow maybe looks at the recipe, but
And
like
then
spices,
makes it my own.
seasoning things, she just makes it her own, cooks with love, doesn't follow the recipe, doesn't follow the pattern, just kind of gets the general idea and then, intuitively figures it out on her own.
Yeah. I guess that's, yeah.
But it's just, that's why
it's part of my charm.
That's right.
Do you see that kitty up there? He's so happy.
Yep.
So anyways, this is for Allie and
he wants
her
to
baby.
be on camera with us.
Yeah. And I'm so excited about it. But like I said, if you have been knitting for a while, have at it. I mean, I'm sure you can figure it out. I just wouldn't want to see a new knitter get really frustrated with it. And it's knitting for SIF, I believe is the name of it. Knitting for SIF. And that's where you'll find this pattern.
I know you've done a lot of things like this over the years.
Yes.
You've done a lot of baby knitting.
Yes.
And maybe at some point you could look in your Ravelry library and maybe recommend one or two patterns that were easier for people.
For beginners.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you are a knitter and you've been knitting for a while, please make it. It's really cute. The finished product is cute.
But we want to make sure that
we don't want to frustrate anybody.
Giving everybody
I'm not used to kitties.
Giving everybody, the opportunity to make things that they can follow and understand.
Exactly.
At their skill level.
I have one more finished thing.
Okay, you go, girlfriend.
Okay, so
you rock the finished objects department today.
Well, I still have a lot of whips, so I'm not that good. But I have my new spin, and this was by someone that I used to get wool from and roving, Classy Squid Fiber Arts. And
I've got some of her.
She's not I looked for her, and it says her Etsy shop is closed for now, but it's been closed for a long time. And she sold bats.
Maybe I'll have to gift you some that I have stuck in a bucket somewhere.
So this was an interesting spin. There were I don't do much like this. I usually do something much finer, but this was, there were slubs in it. I'm going to. You can go ahead. Okay. There were slubs in it. There was there's silk. There's like 2 or 3 different kinds of silk. There's bamboo. There's merino. There is there's like slubs of stuff in it, and so it lended itself.
Here, there's a little bit that's like kind of bigger and slubby.
Yeah, it lended. That's actually the end of the spin.
Oh,
it actually
shows you what I know.
It actually lended itself to be more of a thick and thin, but it is so soft. It is like
very soft.
I think I'm going to.
Like smell-o-vision, we need touch-o-vision.
I know, this is lovely.
So that people can see and smell and feel.
Yeah, the yak in this is just...
I bet there's someone out there that could figure out how to make that happen.
Probably some young kid sitting here watching us laughing at our technology.
Yep.
But...
Because you all know how well we work with our technology.
But you can see there's like little black lumps of stuff. And so really, really fun. Really fun. I think I'm going to make a little neck piece with it because it has to be worn on the skin. It's that soft. And I spun 4 ounces and I got 264 yards. So
enough to make a little cowl.
Oh God, yeah. It's like a D. I would say it's going to end up being like a DK, like a little heavier than DK.
So what size needle would you choose to use?
I think I'm going to probably use I think I'm going to start with the 6, and if I don't like the fabric I'm making, I'll go to a 7. But I think I'm going to start with the 6.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
US 6.
Yes, a US 6.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm happy with it. I mean, it was very different to spin. Like I said, I'm not used to spinning this kind of fiber. I usually spin.
It's just gorgeous.
It's pretty though, right?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, this will be really pretty.
Look at the like the different grays, like gray to brown to black.
There were spots in it that were just like all black, silky,
Yep.
silky black.
It's like a dark brown to black, almost.
Yeah, like look here.
Yep.
This is black and that's dark brown.
Because sheep, let's face it, sheep are never really black.
Right.
They're not. They're kind of brownish black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brownish black.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks. Just saying. So this is one of my other finished things that I am very excited about because I can't wait to use it. Oops, I did not do that well this time. Mm-hmm. That's all right.
That's all right. You can do it after.
Yeah. But really pretty. Now, what do you have for whips?
Well, so
we're going to have a story. So grab your drink.
Right, grab your drink
read,
because this is a story. All right. So remember last time I told you that I'm working on my girlfriend Emmanuel's sweater. So that's been living in my Judy Olsen bag here, which I love.
Yes, and I want to just say something. She has a bunch of different prints, and you can go online at Skein Yarn Shop. They have an online presence.
That's right.
And you can pick one of these up. They are
the best.
The best. They're big enough.
Oh, yeah.
The zipper's great. You can put a sweater in here.
This is a sweater.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
And there's still plenty of room.
Right.
Like I could stick in a whole nother, like a sock bag inside of here.
Easy.
Yep.
And I like this.
Yep. She's got and it's got a nice handle.
Yeah.
With the like the D.
Yeah.
What do you call those?
A D-ring.
D-ring.
And she's an amazing seamstress.
Comes apart, so if you didn't want it there for some reason.
Yeah, you could hang your keys on it too.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fabulous. So yeah, we love Judy bags.
So my sweater for my friend Emmanuel that I'm going to go to France to see at the end of May. I've been working really hard to get this sweater done. Well, here's the story. So it's an all-over colorwork sweater, as I think you know. Pull it out here.
Guthrie, right?
Guthrie by Caitlin Hunter.
I love her stuff.
So I've got the body all done, and the sleeves are in progress. But here comes the story. Isn't that beautiful?
Your colors are fabulous. I know she picked them out, but just love it.
It's Dead Reckoning from Spin Cycle and Stone Gate from, I think it's called Stone Gate. Let me look.
This is not Red Stag, is it?
Yes, Red Stag.
Yeah,
Stone Gate. It's a DK, his estate DK.
Beautiful.
And they're located, his yarn is all over, but their main store, which is the Modern Skein, is located in Conroy, Texas. I think is the name of the town. Used to be Montgomery, but they moved.
because you get to go there and visit in person.
I do, yes. So here's my story. I finished sleeve number 1, and I was about halfway down sleeve number 2.
Thinking it would be ready for today.
And then as I got about halfway down sleeve number 2, I kind of held it up like that and looked at it. And I looked at it and I said, something doesn't look right. So I looked at my pattern and, kind of looking at the chart, and I don't want to, because it's a paid pattern, I don't want to really show the chart. But the chart itself is, it's only 2 colors, so the little squares are either like a dark gray or white. So got those 2 colors. And the colors that I'm using are, it's either kind of light or it's dark, right? A light yarn and a dark yarn. Now, the way that this is working, this is my main color. So that's color number 1. And color number 1 on the chart is represented by the white squares. So my mind and my eyes played a trick on me.
But it wasn't funny.
Right. About halfway through the sleeve, I transposed the colors. So now, where the squares were light, I was using the light yarn, and where the squares were dark, I was using the dark yarn.
Haven't we all done that?
Oh, I was just like sick. I texted Gayle. I said, I hate this sweater. And I was just like, ugh. So I sucked it up.
You got to do it right then and there.
I did. I sucked it up. It was early in the morning, you know.
Probably 4 a.m.
Yep, it was. I think that particular day I was up even earlier than that. So I sat there and I pulled the whole sleeve out. Now remember, the other sleeve is about halfway done. So I think, okay, I'm going to pull that sleeve out and then I'm just going to start working on the other sleeve. So I start working on that sleeve, maybe 2 or 3 rounds. And then I say, what the heck? I've done the same thing on this sleeve. Well, don't you know I had to go back to about almost to the armpit. Like probably like right there when I had this much done.
Oh, that's so painful.
And had to pull out the second sleeve too.
So you're really
I've done 4 sleeves in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, so you did a lot. Just think of it that way.
So at any rate, I am
look
now,
at it now.
This sleeve, at this point, I've done the whole chart of the sleeve, and now I'm just doing the repeat section, which is a 13-row repeat section, and that's just to make the sleeve long for my long-armed friend who needs to have like a 17-inch sleeve, Emmanuel. Right. So I'm right at about 13 inches now, so I've got probably, 2 more repeats of the pattern, and then my cuff, which the cuff will look like the bottom does. It's
so pretty. So
it's got
pretty.
A little twisted cable stitch detail in it. And then...
Now this is Andrea Mowry?
No,
Caitlin Hunter. Caitlin Hunter. Yes.
So that's my story of the sweater. It should have been done. It could have been done, but it's not done.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
But it's beautiful.
But it's getting there, and I'm on the right track now.
And you'll be done for France easy.
Oh, absolutely. But remember, I don't have Olivia's on the needles yet. The goal was get this done and get Olivia's sweater. That's the cashmere one. You remember the pile of cashmere? Yeah. So the goal is to get this done.
I know you will.
Get Olivia's on the needles and well into knitting.
Everybody send Laura positive juju knitting vibes.
I have to say, she's tiny. Like all the girls in the family are really tiny. So knitting a small sweater like this, to me, is like piece of cake compared to when I make things for myself and I have to do a large size. That's a lot more knitting. So making small sweaters for small people, like when I made your sweater.
I love my sweater.
Making Emmanuel's sweater, Zoe's sweater that I made. They're all small sizes. So I'm lucky there that it will knit up quicker. At least it will feel quicker to me.
Right.
So that's my story of the Guthrie sweater. Wow. And hopefully, for sure, it will be done the next time we sit down here.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'll also be able to show the whip for the cashmere. Right. Yes.
Now, I have a sweater whip that I'm going to show. And this was my roll from last week. I rolled, I want to say number 4 or 8. One was Laura's, one was mine. So when I'm putting together my 20 objects, sometimes because I have to, I will take a whole...
You rolled 18.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
I had one and you had 18.
It was the week before. So I, thank God, somebody's got to keep track of me. I say it all the time. There are times when I will go and I'll roll the dice or the die, and I'll go in and look at what I've rolled because I have everything numbered and how we explained it. And it'll be a brand new knit that I haven't even picked up. Well, this happened to be one. I buy so much yarn that I put it aside.
We both do that.
Yes, and I don't ever get to it. So even though it's
then you forget what you bought it for.
Right. So even though it's not a whip, it's something that I have to get done. If I don't put it into like the whip pile, it'll sit there forever. So that being said, that long story, this was one I had picked up, and I showed this in one of the previous podcasts when I showed 2 sweater quantities. Well, I was like, all right, I can't start one of these. I'm going to just put it in the whip pile, and if it comes up, then I'll work on it. So I did. This is the Petite Knits, and it's called Louvre, Louvre.
Louvre?
Something like that.
It's like a French word.
Yeah, but it'll be in the show notes. It's by Petite Knits. I happen to love petite knit patterns. They're classic. They're timeless. I think they're good for any body shape. And so this is going to be Ilaria's Christmas gift. And this is that you can
Don't
hold
look
one
Ilaria.
side. Right, Larry, close your eyes. She's the one who called me and told me to make it.
She's the one that does our editing.
Yes, yes, as you all might remember.
Yeah, but
so,
asking for something and then actually getting to see it.
I know. So this is it. Isn't it beautiful, though?
It is beautiful.
And it's double Sunday. And I'm making her the smallest size. She's a pint of peanuts. I mean, she's really tiny.
Again, wish you that you had like smell-o-vision or touch-o-vision.
I really
because this is
love
so
this.
soft.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yep. This is Justine from Never Knitting RI. This is her favorite yarn.
She actually said she would name the store Double Sunday.
Oh gosh, really?
Yeah. She's like, oh, and this is what we received. These are our stitch markers that we got for local yarn shop day, and it says Skein on there. It's a little heart.
Isn't that amazing?
I mean, a little star.
And those were made by our friend Angie, right?
Oh, I didn't know Angie made
them. I might be misspeaking, so I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
It might be.
But I'm not sure.
So we'll find out and put it in the show notes below to who actually made the stitch markers, because I might be misspeaking about that.
So don't you love this sweater?
It is. It's beautiful.
It's like nice,
and it will
right?
look amazing on Ilaria.
So one other thing. So I had actually bought this for me. And I bought enough yarn to make it for me.
But Gayle does that all the time.
Yeah, I do. I mean, even like strangers. I'll tell one quick story here. So we were in Washington State. I was with my brother and my husband and his wife. We were walking on the street, and there was this woman there, and she had.
Oh, I love this story.
She had like 5 dogs there, all under her control. She was sitting with, I'm assuming, her partner. I said, oh my God, because I love dogs.
And they seem to be a couple.
Yes.
Okay.
So I said, oh my gosh, I love your dogs. Can I pet them? And she said, oh, sure. And I had on a silk gradient shawl that I had made,
This
a
is
scarf.
such a nice story.
And I had made it, I can't even remember what it was, but it was definitely silk. It was all beaded. It was really beautiful. It went from like light colors into like a blue color. It was stunning. She's like, oh my gosh, that scarf is so pretty. I said, oh, thank you. I said, I made it. I make these things. And she said, oh, that's just fantastic. So I took it off and I gave it to her. And I swear to God, you might think I gave her $1 million. She's right.
Did.
She's right.
You gave her a gift of your time and your talent, and that might as well be $1 million right there.
Yeah. So she was so grateful. So Laura's right. I do love giving things away. Mm-hmm. But so I bought enough yarn of this to make one for me. So now I think and Ilaria doesn't use as much yarn as me. I mean, she's in the smallest size that it comes in.
Extra small.
Yeah. So I would make mine at least in a large, because I don't like anything touching my body. I am not about it. I'm going to probably get more yarn from Lori, same color. And the black hasn't been bad. Everybody's like, oh my God, you're knitting on black. But I knit with the light here.
We have these awesome lights.
Yeah, we do.
That are, they're tall and thin, like just a thin, and then it's got a long bulb. And it bends.
Yep.
And so you can bring it right over your workspace, and it's bright.
We use them for knitting and hooking. All right, what else do you have on the needles?
All right, so I'm going to show my progress on my jelly roll blanket.
Oh.
So I also did not get as far as I wanted to on this one.
Look at how big it's getting, though.
But I'm getting there. My goal was to finish up this color that I'm working on, which is this pink, and I've got just that little bit left.
Ugh.
And so I was up early this morning trying to finish that, but I ran out of time.
And as we said, it's going to be 60 inches long, right?
60 inches
60
long.
by 60 or
yes,
something?
60 by 60. Mine will be, if I did the math right, it will be perfectly square, 60 by 60.
Did you get this at Magpie?
Yes, when...
Oh, yeah, because I have Virgo ones. I just don't know where they are.
Yeah, I can show that. So it's a little progress keeper. I'll just take it off because I'm going to move it anyways. Yeah, I got these when...
We went to Magpie.
Right, with Emmanuel.
It says Aquarius on it. Little progress
And then
keeper.
it has so it says Aquarius on one side. I don't know if you can see that. And then on the other side, it has the water sign.
It's so cool, and it matches your nails, just saying.
It does.
Just saying.
So,
I bet you planned that.
So anyways, let me kind of hold it up here. So this is the part that I'm joining together. This is the second row. This is my first row.
It's so good.
That is the
and
join.
Your yarn's from Gina. It's SkeinCocaine.
Yes. So SkeinCocaine, I'm using the 2 perfect palette
I'm going to get mine. I just have
One is called Pastel. So for instance, this color here and this color here are from the Pastels.
Bright.
This is a bright. I think that's a bright. This is definitely a bright. And that's a pastel. So the palette
soft.
is, one is soft and one is bright.
And there's some variegated in tonals.
So they're all,
like this is more variegated. This is tonal.
yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I just love
I think
them.
they're all kind of tonal, to be honest with you, but
Yeah.
you can call it what you want.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, but that's loving the join.
And either side is good. I mean, really, truly.
So this, where the side where the join is
the right.
No, it's considered the back side.
It is?
But I like it as the front.
Oh yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
this is the side that would be considered the front.
Oh no, I like the other one better. It's fancy.
So I've been working on that, and so my goal was to try to finish up this pink and to join my next color, which I picked out this soft green
What size
for
needles
my
are
next
you
color.
using?
These are,
They look like a 2 or a 1
I want to
and a half.
say, oh wait, maybe I can read it here. You're asking me to.
Hey, I'm having my cataract done on Wednesday. Let me see.
I want to say that I think it's 2.75,
Oh really?
but do you have one of those things that you can stick it in? She's so fresh.
I don't know what it's a needle. Okay, it's a needle.
I think it's 2.75.
Okay.
So, and while, you know what, just while
Let me
we're
look at
on
this
that, let
one.
me show you these too. So these are, shoot, what's the name of the company that makes the stoppers?
Pine wolf. Tree and pine wolf.
No. Oh shoot. You know what? It's going to be in the show notes below. But they're these rubbery little stitch stoppers. These ones happen to be just, I think these ones actually are glow in the dark
Awesome.
ones.
Then you can find them when
Yeah.
you drop them.
I think these are just round ones, but they have ones that are actually,
You have your campers on the other ones I saw.
yes, they make little like things like foxes and campers and trucks and
Everything.
sheep and
Coffee cups.
candy corn and ghosts
yeah.
and
They have very seasonal ones, and yeah, they're very, very cool.
I can't think of the name of the company right off the top of my
I will
head.
before it's over,
but,
hopefully.
They make them.
Yep.
And they're great, especially when you're using just a short little needle like that to make sure that your stitches stay on.
Yeah, and
So-
I'm doing, well,
My next color is going to be this green, and that will come after the pink.
really pretty.
Yeah.
Really pretty. All right, what do I have down in this lovely bag?
And let me put my marker back on here so
All right,
that.
so let's look in the hoagie bag.
Oh,
Yes,
Gayle,
I
so
showed
we-
you guys last time. All right, so
I'll have to tell you that later.
did you get another bag?
I'm not saying anything.
You did. I know you did.
I'm not
Because you
saying
just had
anything.
something come up online. What
She
did you
did.
get?
It's called the Palermo bag.
How many do you have now?
A lot. But I don't have that one.
Oh,
And I don't have one in that color.
What color did you get?
It's black. I'll tell you later.
If she had a pink one, I would have
No,
gotten
they
it.
didn't have pink.
I know,
It was
I
just
looked.
black.
I looked.
See?
I did look, but I didn't buy. But I did enough damage. All right, so let me show you what I'm using. Remember, Laura's the organized one. Look at me, not me, okay? Just saying, but don't judge. Our friend Angie from the yarn shop made this. And when I saw hers, I was like, you've got to be kidding. Angie, this is fantastic. It was so beautiful. So, of course, I had to make one. And I will hopefully have the yarn here. This is one of them. This is Pallette.
Ooh,
This is
purple.
Isn't it pretty? And this is
maybe it's gonna be my Christmas present.
right. And this is You Loco, that opalescence. And this is You Loco opalescence. So
I didn't get in on that buy.
Yeah. So
I
she
think
had
that
it
was
at the
all
shop.
gone before I got to
There's
this.
still more at the shop. So this is
don't tell me
this
that.
color here. Yeah, I just want you to do what I do. This color is called Twinkle. It's super wash fingering. This color, I'm not sure the name of it, but it went kind
like
of
a
with this.
dusty
It's like a
rose.
dusty rose. And then this Pallette, I'm holding.
Did you put those colors together on your own?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Hey, come on now.
I'm pretty impressed.
You are?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so let me just try and untangle my mess because
gosh.
Laura, it's me, you know.
Yeah.
Would you expect anything different?
Nope.
Exactly.
She's
All right,
special
so
that way.
Hang on, guys. Hang on, because it'll be worth looking at. Angie started it, so everybody in the shop is doing it because we all want to be as good as Angie. 'cause
Angie
she's
is
amazing.
an amazing knitter.
Yes,
by
and
the
she's
way.
an amazing person.
Yes.
She's so sweet. I can't even stand it.
Yep.
And she has a contagious laugh. We just really freaking love her. I'm just gonna say that. So this is called Good Vibes. If you can see that,
Hold
my
it up.
arms aren't long enough. There you go. It's called Good Vibes. Ilaria, I'm sure, is going to look it up and put a real picture in there. So what Angie did, this is
Oh, right.
not.
She told us not to hold
I
stuff
know.
up, didn't
That's
she?
all right. So she won't get too mad at us.
All right.
So what Angie did, and which Gayle had to do as well, because her
This is the
so
other
beautiful.
thing. Just wait a minute. I just want to show people what you just did. See that paper there? She crumples things up and shoves them in there like nobody's business.
I do.
When really,
Where'd
she
you get
could
that bag?
she could just have it in a nice, neat thing like that and keep the pages nice and smooth and organized.
Didn't I say I'm Oscar?
Oh my God!
Yeah. Where'd you get that bag?
It's your turn
Is
still.
that Hoagie's?
It's your turn still.
Oh. All right. All right. I'm going to try and calm down. So, if you ladies can see, and gentlemen, hi Paul, there's a Paul that watches us. This is where I put the You Loco mohair and held it with the Pallette. Not my thing. Angie's not taking credit for it. And this here section and the garter stitch section is just the two
Plain.
yarns held with without the sparkle. Angie did hers in like a light green and cream color. Let me tell you, it is beyond stunning. And when the light hits it, it is not overpowering. It is just enough. I can't say enough good things about it other than thank you, Angie.
And the other thing about the paillettes, I just want to say,
Very small, quiet.
What are they called? What are those little things called?
Sequins.
Sequins. The sequins on them are so tiny.
Yes.
That you don't get any scratchiness
No.
or itchiness.
No, it doesn't
when
hurt.
it touches you around your neck. So, because I know sometimes people think, "Oh no, I could never stand that."
Right.
But this is so small and gentle and smooth.
Yeah, they're teeny.
You don't
tiny.
get any itchiness
No.
from these paillettes.
And it doesn't make the mohair section feel
Yeah,
like
feel
you
like
said,
you
uncomfortable.
fluffed
or-
your mohair all in
Yeah,
my
you
mouth.
did. That's all right. It's all good. All right, so now let's talk about what you have sitting over there because I
All
don't
right.
even know of this.
So
I
this-
would so take that bag.
So this is actually, I've had this bag for a long time actually. It is a Hohi bag, and it was a collaboration bag
Oh, Grocery
between
Girls.
Hohi and the Grocery Girls. And it was purposely done in the blue and this kind of pinky color. It's more like it's not pink, but
Almost
it's
like camel.
but it has a pink tone to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not showing, it's not pink like this pink.
Right.
But it does have a pink hue to it, I would say. It's showing up a little bit more tan on the screen, but in real life it has a pinkiness to it. And
Pink cast.
yeah. So the Grocery Girls, as you know, if people watch them, which I know a lot of people do,
And if you don't, do.
Jody tends to really lean towards blue colors, and Tracy tends to lean towards pink colors. And this was a collaboration bag that they did. It's called the Pampa Bucket, And on the tag here, it has Hohi's name, her Hohi & Co. Plus, it's kind of hard to see now because I have had it for a long time, but you can kind of see their little Grocery Girl logo there. So I bought this quite some time ago.
I'm truly wondering why I have not seen that.
Long time ago.
A long
time ago. So anyways, last time I got the dice roll number 1, which is what this one is. The project that is in here, it's a sweater. It's called Orbits, and it is by Rachel Illsley, Illsley. There I go spelling again.
That's all right. People appreciate it.
And it's also the brand name on it is Unwind Knitwear, and it's called Orbits.
Can I see it? Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that
Yeah,
sweater.
let me show the picture to the folks too.
Yeah, I love that
So
sweater.
it's a colorwork sweater. And this was something that I started quite some time ago. And when I saw the pattern and I loved the pattern, I thought I'm going to get the exact yarn that it calls for. So it's this yarn called SkeinCocaine. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but
I have that yarn, Laura.
K-O-K-O-N.
Did we get it at one of the shows?
No, I ordered this
ordered it?
online.
Oh,
Yep.
all right.
I saw the pattern that someone had done on
Yep.
one of the many podcasts that I watch. I don't really remember, but if I had to take a guess, I think maybe I was watching Forest City Knit Girls.
Okay.
Who are up in London, Ontario. Is that right?
And they were knitting.
And London is the Forest City. And it's 2 sisters, Patty and June, and then their good friend that do the podcast together. And they podcast, I don't know, maybe once a month or so, but I've been watching them for a long time. And Patty especially does a lot of colorwork knitting. And it
What's
might...
the fiber content?
This is, it's 100% superwash merino, I believe.
Beautiful.
Let me just tell you that for sure. 100% superwash merino, muslin free fingering weight. So I have this color, which is kind of a gray color. I think it's called Cloud.
I love your colors.
So it's that color, and then
Oh, Laura, this is so good.
this color,
That's a Gayle color.
which is like a
just saying.
soft pink.
Maybe she's making that for me for Christmas.
And that's just all the yarn. So this is about as far as I had gotten when it ended up in the corner somewhere.
Oh, wait, but hold this up.
Let's hold it up.
Look at that, kids. Oh,
So it's just a very, very low contrast.
which I love. It's just like the picture. And
Yep.
the neck is great.
Yep. So that was my hold on a minute. Hold on.
Look at the neck, though, Laura. Look at the neck. Woo! Look at that.
So that was one of my rolls, and so I got that back out, and
I have some fingering weight I could make. Well, I know that's kind of funny, but I do have sweater quantities.
Are you having FOMO?
Yeah, of course. Hello.
So anyways, that's going to be another sweater at some point, but now that it's got a number on it,
Now it'll get done.
it will get done. I will say, like I told people last time, that I'm really, really focusing on getting Emmanuel's sweater and Olivia's done.
Right.
So I didn't do any other dice rolls, but I did. That was the one that we did from the last time. So I did get it out and got it back into the circulation of things.
Excellent. So you're making good progress on stuff.
Well, yeah, I would say so. I think the dice rolling is the game changer,
Oh my gosh.
really.
Absolutely.
Let me show you. I'm going to tell you another story. See this plastic? And see how it's got all wrinkly on the edge there? I have a cat, Taco Billy,
Oh, he's so cute.
who will seek out things like this to bite into. So that little bit there sticks out of the bag, and he goes up to the bag and pulls at it to get it out so that he can put his teeth through it. Drives me crazy. I have to tie everything up tight. Or
that's like my beast.
Or this sticks out a little bit. I try to put something on top of it so he can't get to it.
Yeah, I usually put a blankets over mine.
My God.
Tango loves to
He's
eat
a
mine.
plastic chewer. Not even chew. He just likes to bite into it.
Yeah.
It's like someone that likes to pop the bubbles.
Oh, that's
it's like
me.
that.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
love
that. It's that kind of a, he likes the crinkliness of it.
Yeah, I get
Oh,
that.
drives me crazy.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's all that I have.
I have another
things
thing.
that I've been working on because I've been very monogamous on the sweater.
All right, so I have just a quick little thing, and this is done with the Geode collection from Hue Loco, and I have the color, one of them is Jasper, and I can't remember the name of the other one, but it's in the Geode collection. So, Laura's making her blanket, and we all know me. So I had to start the jelly roll blanket. I'm doing mine in DK, and I want to say I have 24 stitches, and I'm using a size 6. Okay.
Wait till you get your cataract surgery.
I know.
You're gonna be like, do they have like a superhero that has laser vision?
Right, that's
'Cause I
how
think
I'm
that's
gonna
gonna be you.
I think so.
Yeah.
So I had bought this to crochet a blanket, and I want to say I have a lot of skeins.
At least 12,
At least
because we
12.
counted them.
And this is the color so far. And
You got a purple theme going on this week.
I know. What's up with that? That's you. You're the purple kid.
That's kind of I would call that like almost like a periwinkle.
Yeah,
Yep.
me too. Like periwinkle.
Leans blue, but it definitely has a purple hue to it.
Absolutely. But I really, as Laura said, I'm having fun doing it. I know you all know that we told you how we're doing the cast on and how we do the end and the beginning and the joining, and it's all on.
You'll have to get some little stoppers.
Yeah, I
so
have
that
5,000 of them.
Yeah.
I just have to put them on because it falls off every time. I've got to redo it. So this is the start of
you're
my
breathing
jelly.
your mohair.
The start of my jelly roll. And seeing as you're done, I'm going to show. Well, I said I would talk about this, and I will do this. This is the sweater from Sari Nordland. Now, I did not do all that much.
By the way, has just announced the release of her second book, which is going to be called Summer Knits. So on YouTube, pull up her most recent video and you go to her show notes. There's a link there to her publisher where you can sign up for pre-order.
Excellent.
So sorry about
No,
that.
don't be sorry because I'm going to get it too. It's about t-shirts and things, right?
It's Summer Knits.
Yeah,
It's called Summer Knits.
Definitely have it because
Yep.
I am all about her. So I was at the yarn store doing this, and remember I said I didn't read the pattern. So I thought that there were no charts until I found it. And then things became much easier. But prior to the charts, I'm sitting
You were reading the words.
I was reading the words, and I'm trying to have a conversation with 15 people. I'm helping people.
15. There were more like 50 people.
Yeah. So if you can see here, I've got 2 mistakes. This is twisted the wrong way, and this is wrong. Now, my typical is to just take apart that. Like, why take apart everything if the whole thing's not wrong? And that's definitely how I'm going to fix it. So I will take apart these 4 stitches,
Drop them
down all the
redo
way,
them.
and then just get a pair of double points and re-knit that.
So I could do that if it was like stockinette or purl stitches, something just basic and plain. But to do it on a cable,
but
I'd either hand it to Gayle and say, fix this for me.
And don't mess it up.
Right, because I tell her that too.
Yeah.
And I say, don't fudge it. Fix it right
Yes.
or don't fix it at all.
So I am going to, you always tell me that. And I tell you, don't worry.
Yep.
So I'm loving doing it. I really love her
And the
stuff.
color is gorgeous.
Isn't it good? It's going to be good
Yeah.
on me with my red lips. Ooh, so pretty.
Your red
yips. Yes, my yips. Adriana one of my oldest daughter never would say L's when she was little. It was rub my yags or kiss my yips. So anyway, so I will take that apart and hopefully I'll make some progress on it this week. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. And I don't know, how do you guys fix things like that? Do you rip back? Do you tink back? Do you take back just the problem area and then knit on from there? If anybody's interested in seeing how to fix a cable like that, drop me a line. I'll try and do a little tutorial on how to do it. So that's that. And can I show one more thing?
You can, it is the Gayle show.
No, it's not.
And then when Gayle show is done, we'll get into
acquisitions.
We have acquisitions, and then we also have a special kind of announcement.
Yes. So, all right. So I know I keep showing this, but I'm loving it. I put in like a bunch more colors. Like, look.
So wait, the gray is your cast on, right?
The gray is my cast on.
So let's do it this way.
Yes. So the right way.
Yeah.
So this is what I just did from here up. I did a lot, right? But look how pretty they are.
It's really coming nice.
Yeah. And I actually tucked in a few ends.
And my my blanket, I'm using it every day.
Right.
When I go downstairs early in the morning,
Yeah, and
I sit on my
chill.
couch, I put it over my lap, I put my feet up on my ottoman,
Yeah.
and I sit there and I watch podcasts while I knit.
And I just showed my sister how to do this, and she's Lisa. She's going to be doing one for her daughter. And what a fun blanket!
Lisa's going to be the meme.
She's going to be the meme.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know what they're going to call her. Nonna Bear.
Nonna Bear.
Nonna Bear. There you go. Lisa's here actually, so that's why I remember we said about her kitty. So isn't it pretty? I love it. Okay, it's really
beautiful.
Colorful, and it doesn't really make any rhyme nor reason, but
That's
me,
the beauty of these blankets.
yeah, to me it makes me happy.
Yeah.
I just look at it and okay,
And
I'm
you
happy.
can you can look at it and kind
Remember
of remember.
what I did, yes.
Yep, like, oh, I made,
Yes.
such and such
Yes.
out of this.
It's so true.
Oh, yeah, let's show.
Oh yeah, and
So Lisa's over to the side here, Gayle's sister, and this is what she's working on.
so she's doing that, and she just learned how to do it,
And that's going to be for her granddaughter,
right? What's her
who's
name?
coming in July.
Keely Grace,
Aw.
July 1st.
That's
so
beautiful.
I'll
You're doing
put
a
once
nice
she
job,
has
Lisa.
the baby, we'll put a picture here also. So it's pretty though, right?
Beautiful.
And you're a good learner. Isn't it perfect?
Yeah.
Good job, Yogi. Thank you. So that's that. Now, I think that's all.
That's everything for our
That's
whips.
everything that I'm going to show right now because,
All right.
you know me, I've got even more stuff going, but this could go on for a month.
All right.
So I'm
do we-
done. We're going to
Do we want to do our little announcement, or do we want to do
acquisitions announcements at the end.
Do the announcement at the end.
I hope you all
Yeah.
along with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep you guessing.
Yes.
All right.
Look at I fixed this. It's no longer tangled. It's one piece.
Good for
Just
you.
saying. Okay, just saying.
All right. So can I go first?
Of course.
All right. So
You show some. Are you going to show everything?
no.
All right. So okay.
I'll show this first.
Yes.
All right. So a little while back, Max and Vincent from Les Garçons
Hi, Max and
Boutique.
Vincent.
Hi. Who we're going to be seeing in a couple of weeks
Oh, I'm so
because
excited.
we're going to Knit City, Montreal.
I hope to see some of you there, and if you see us, please come say hi.
Yes,
You'll make our
We're
day.
hoping that it will be cool enough for us to wear our striped sweaters.
Yes.
If we don't actually wear them, maybe we can like tie them around our neck or something.
Yeah.
So at least we still
Yeah.
have them with us. So at any rate, they posted a little while back that they had gotten in stock this book, which is called 52 Weeks of Scrap Yarn.
And we both have it
And-
because we have to.
I immediately was like, oh my gosh, I have to have that book. Now, this particular book is from Lane Publishing, and I think people are very familiar with Lane. I think it's pronounced Lane or Lina.
L-A-I-N-E.
Lina, Lane.
I think
I'm not
it's Lane.
sure
I think it's
how
Lane.
to say it, but Laine Publishing.
Mm-hmm.
And they do a lot of books that are 52 weeks of socks, 52 weeks of shawls. But when I saw this one, 52 weeks of scrap yarn, I thought, I've got to have that. I called Lori right away and said, you're going to be getting that book in? She didn't think so. So I went ahead and ordered it from
Les Garçons.
Les Garçons. I do think that since then, Lori is looking into getting it. So
She has it. It's at the shop.
Oh, she
you
did
can
get
get it at the shop now.
So you can definitely, if you're, local or in the States, you could definitely go
also,
to her.
She has a website, so you can order on the website.
That's true.
Yep.
So, but I ordered mine from Les Garçons Boutique, and I am so excited about getting to use this. Because I have so many scraps and leftovers.
It's such a beautiful book, though.
It is.
It's hardbound.
And it's hardbound, and it's got all kinds of things in it. It's got anything from sweaters to
socks,
bags to socks to shawls. It's got sweaters, cardigans, vests and slipovers, scarves, shawls and cowls, socks, hats and headbands, mittens and hand warmers, and bags and home decor. It's got anything that you could possibly want to make.
And
out
I'll
of
say
scrap
that
yarn.
there are many, many, many patterns that are good. There's a few that aren't my jam, but for the most part, what a great book.
Yep.
What a good
And
book.
you know what? One man's trash is another man's treasure.
That's
Might
what
not
I'm
be
saying.
your jam, but someone else would be like,
Absolutely.
I bought the book just for that pattern.
Absolutely.
Yep.
That's what makes it,
So I have
fun.
not actually picked anything out yet.
Me neither. 'Cause-
To start, but I will be.
yes, but you're not allowed yet.
No, I have to get the sweaters done.
Yes.
That's my priority.
Correct.
Yep. So,
What
but I'm
else
very
did you
excited about that book. And what else did I get? Should we look at this pile
Yep.
here? All right, let's get the pile going. So it was local yarn store day. And Laura got a little bit of yarn. You may have seen our short post that we did on Instagram.
This is just not right.
So
All right, just keep an eye on what's behind us, okay? Like, just keep an eye on that stuff back there.
all right, so I'm going to start with the little things. I got myself a
Tuft soap.
Tuft. This is wool wash, Tuft
Yeah.
wool wash, and it's a bar soap. And again, smell-o-vision. This is called Refresh.
Let me smell that.
Oh,
It's good.
it is so good. It's like that fresh, crisp linen smell.
I wonder if you could use it on your person. Help
Well,
with
we're not gonna
high-quality
let you
oils.
find
Wait,
out.
Wait, let me just read it. Our small batch natural soap is made by hand with high quality oils and pure lanolin to pamper your skin and your woolens.
Give it back.
Use as a luxury soap in the
She's trying to
shower.
steal my
You
soap.
can use it in the shower. Just saying. Okay, go ahead, carry on.
So, I got that. That was a while I'm standing at the counter purchase.
Yeah.
You know how like you go to the grocery store and they have all like the magazines
Yeah.
and the candy bars. Well, at SkeinCocaine, all the little things are up near the cash register. So
Yeah, because it's smart.
I'll take this.
It's smart
and I'll
marketing.
take that. So I got that. I also got some stitch markers. So these are, and we're going to talk about this a little bit more,
Yep.
but these are from Twinkle Dimple Studios, and they are beautiful
so
stitch
pretty.
markers. Some are silver, like those are silver, and some are gold. So I got
I'm
one
gonna
of
just
each.
go up close a little
Okay.
bit more. But look at the crystals. They're like Swarovski crystals. They're
beautiful.
They're stunning.
So I got one each of silver and gold, and then I got myself a progress keeper as well.
Oh my God, they're so pretty.
And that's my progress keeper that I got.
Really beautiful.
So those were my counter surfing purchases.
Yes.
Now, it was local yarn shop day. We did not get out of there without a whole big bag of yarn.
Yes, because
Each of us.
because we need it.
Yep. Yep. So the first thing that we purchased, we actually did a pre-order. And I'm gonna crinkle, so excuse me for a minute, but I want to take it out of the plastic so that you can see this closely. Remember we told you that we bought each other yarn? So this is the
Rhodey Beaches.
Rhodey Beach Day from Hope Made Yarn.
It's exactly like a beach. It's so beautiful.
It's the seaweed, it's the water, it's the sand. the sky. It's just beautiful.
And Hope Made Yarns is so nice.
And it's so soft. It is 80% extra fine, super extra fine, not just merino,
right,
but extra fine
and cashmere,
superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% recycled nylon. It's a 4-ply fingering. You get stunning. 437 yards. Stunning. And it is just gorgeous. So I've got my 2 skeins. Gayle got her 2 skeins. We bought one for each other. So we each ended up with 2.
It was a surprise.
And we did a pre-order. So Gayle actually, when she was at the shop this past week,
on Friday,
it had come in,
Thursday,
and so she picked it up and brought them home for us. So we actually had these before Saturday. So I'm really happy about that. And then, do you have your pile ready to show?
Sure.
Are we going to show them together, or am I going to show mine first and then you show yours?
However you want to do it, because some of our stuff is this is ridiculous. All right, I'm just going to go ahead.
All right,
go on,
I'll keep
carry
going.
on, because this is so silly.
The next thing that I did was, so I was watching this podcast, and the sweater is called Get Out of the Pool, and it is by Beth McDonald Stone. And hopefully you can see that. And I know I'm not supposed to show it, but I'm showing it. So you can cut out this part, Ilaria. But it's a really kind of just blousey, oversized sweater with some drop sleeves.
And the sleeves are big, right? So
big,
it won't be hot.
Big, right. No, it's something like you'd almost throw over like
a bathing suit.
Your bathing suit at the end of the day,
right,
just to kind of cover up a little bit.
Right.
And so I bought this yarn, which is called, and what was recommended in the pattern was an organic cotton. So I found this in the shop. It's by Juniper Moon Farms, and it's called Cirrus Rainbow. And it is a pure Israeli Mako cotton, 100% Mako cotton, and you get 328 yards to the skein. And look at that.
So pretty.
Isn't that just gorgeous? And I've never used something like this before, so I'm not really sure how exactly it's going to knit up in my size, but I'm imagining that I'll just get a spattering of the different colors as I knit in the round.
Your stripes will be thinner, that's all.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I got 5 skeins of that to accommodate for my size that I need. And then Woolens and Nosh, Michelle, you knocked it out of the park with that 14-foot table of yarn. Now, if anybody knows, it's a little bit hard to get a hold of Michelle's yarn, because when she puts it up on her website, it's gone like that. So if you're not there right when she puts it up, it's gone. The only other way that you're really kind of sure that if you're doing one of her clubs.
But it's hard to get in a club. Like I looked, there's no club right now.
That's right.
Because I wanted to join one.
So imagine what it must have been like to have a 14-foot table full of her yarn with all of the different colorways and sock sets. This is labor-intensive yarn, folks. Yes,
it's not easy to do.
Self-striping yarn.
It's all math. It's all laying out. It's formulas and...
I just can't... I know we've talked about her
getting your head
a lot.
Around it, too.
And, you know, the quality of her yarn base is just phenomenal.
She said she did a lot of research to get this base.
Yes.
And it's the best.
Yes.
It is fabulous.
We actually were really privileged to be able to go out to breakfast with her and some of the other folks from the yarn shop this morning, and so we got to chat with her and really, you know, kind of just love up on her. So we were glad to be able to spend that time with you, Michelle,
and her lovely daughter Molly.
Yes. So this colorway was a release for Local Yarn Shop Day, and it's called Bubbler. Look at that, folks. Isn't that gorgeous? And if you're from New England, you know what a bubbler is.
No, it's a bubbler.
Bubbler.
Mm. Yeah.
And if you're not from this area, it's a water fountain. used to have them in schools.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
and get the drink.
They still have bubblers.
Yep. So that's
bubbler.
that one. And then I couldn't just stop there.
Of course not. I love
this one.
Love
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Love it, love it, love it.
This one is called
Repotting
Sprout. So I think at one time she had a colorway called Sprout, and this is a redo of that.
And if you notice in the little mini, there's white spots, so it almost looks like vermiculite inside or perlite inside of the dirt.
I got kind of my hand over it. See that right there?
But she had a little sample knit up. OMG.
Yep.
I loved it.
And here's my little progress keeper
from the shop.
From the shop as well. Then I've got this color, which is called Lilac Mist. And I paired that with that blue.
Really pretty.
I couldn't pass that one up.
No, it's purple.
It's purple. Who would have thunk?
Right.
And then, not stopped yet.
What is that one?
This one here is called, I don't think that you got this one. This one is called Hawaiian Shirt.
Oh, I don't have it. Boy, that's really pretty.
Look at that.
That's really pretty.
Her colors are just amazing. There's no two ways about it.
Oh, so
And then I had to make one more pass at the table, and this was the last one that I picked up.
I had that one, then I put it down because I got a different one.
This one is called This Is the Way. And doesn't that just make you feel like you're walking through a garden?
Yeah, or even the woods.
Yep,
oh, I
the
just
woods
love
or
it.
garden,
yes.
out in nature somewhere.
Those are great for the fall. You should make me a pair.
I couldn't pass that one up. I passed by it the first time around, the second time around, and when I said I'm going to go make my last round before the table is empty, I said I got to take it. So those are my
couple of little things.
That was my haul for local yarn shop day.
Alrighty, so
All
here
right.
we go.
You know, and we should probably do like a final count to see who really won.
All right, so I just got this. This is from Likey, and it can hold at least two skeins of yarn. You just put this is magnetic here. You put your yarn through here. This one I wound it so it's a ball. But when you have, when you use a winder, a cake, and then
it has the hole in the middle.
Right. And then you just put it on here. It turns like that. It is so well made. It comes in different colors. Lori has them at the shop. Isn't it great?
It just
yes
hangs on by the magnet.
Yes.
And spins.
Yes.
Does it go spin both ways?
Yes.
No. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Wow, that's really cool.
Isn't it neat? So it comes in like a blonde color, maybe a maple. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. And I wanted the dark color, and it has little like grippy things on the bottom so it doesn't move. And I have to say, I'm all about it. I really, really love it. Love it, love it, love it.
All right, I want to see you using that.
I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm going to, Kevin. All right. So y'all know by this time I do like pink, right? So how could I resist?
I was a little jealous when I saw that in your bag.
How could I resist? And these are the it's 3.5 set. So if you want to do if you want to do necks or whatever, they're not 5 inch needles. They're shorter.
So this is the interchangeable circular knitting needle set.
Goes from a 2 to a 10. It has
by Likey.
Yep, because I like
and this particular one is called the blush set because look what color it is.
And it has little pink cords.
Can you even imagine that Gayle could pass something like this up?
No.
Pink cords, pink case.
Yeah.
Show them the needles.
Yeah.
The needles are even pink.
Yeah, they're so cute. Look at that. Aren't they beautiful? Oh my God, I just...
That marketer had Gayle written all over their sheet.
And I even like the size of it. It's like a little wallet. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, excuse me, I have my needles in here. I'll just pull one out. It's like so perfect.
It is perfect.
Love it. So that's another little thing.
Do you want this back or?
No, thank you though. All right, so
I'll
you
just put
saw
it in the
this.
trash
I did.
pile.
This is what it looks like wound because I'm going to start a shawl.
Oh, you wound one up already?
Yeah, because there's a shawl we're going to do. I'll show it to you.
Oh, okay.
It's a one skeiner, but this is what it looks like wound.
Oh, okay.
And you saw this. Yeah, and then we can do something with this.
with the other one.
Yeah, because
okay.
I have a ton of stuff here. All right. Then this one is different than Laura's. And this one I got, this was my last walk around. This is what I did. I got this one.
Yeah, that one, that's not my color.
Pink. Red.
No, but
I read banned books. Freaking love it. I love everything about it. And Kevin and Ray were like, you have to get that one. And so did Jen. Jen's like, do you have that one? And she's a librarian. So I was like, I'm going to get it.
Nice.
So I did. Then there is a pattern, and I will look it up and put it in the show notes, but I think it's called Snake Book.
Like a bookmarker.
It's like a bookmarker, but it's a book progress keeper, if you will. And it's a snake. The head is like probably that big, and then it just goes into a tail.
Didn't it have like little eyes and a tongue?
It has eyes and a tongue.
And get this. The one who, what are you most afraid of?
I have the biggest snake phobia in the world.
Yeah, she's gonna knit a snake, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So listen, we were walking in the woods. We were on a hike. I was with my twins and my husband. And my twins, remember I said how small Ilaria is. Well, so's her sister. And we're walking in the woods. And I said, there's no snakes in here, right? And they're like, Ma, of course there's snakes in here. I said, no. Don't you think this snake comes hopping across? He was flying.
Hopping?
Well, I'm telling you, he was doing something. He was like going, wee, wee. I'm not
slithering. I think.
Yeah, but he came up a little bit.
Slither.
Oh, dear God. I am not a small little girl. I jumped on top of my kid, Melina. She was laughing so hard, I think she tinkled in her shorts.
And it was probably like a garter snake.
I think they said it was a razor snake or something.
Racer?
I don't know. It was black and ugly.
Black racer. They're harmless.
Not to me. They'll kill me just by looking at them. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. I'm not kidding. I can't breathe. I can't move. I can't do anything.
She's afraid of snakes.
Like it's not rational. It's nothing. It's just. It is a true phobia. So anyways, so what am I making? A snake. So I saw Michelle's and I was like, and she's like, look at this. And I read a lot of books. And after you read a book, you're supposed to do
Did she tell you the name of the pattern?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay.
Actually, it's probably in my library.
Okay.
And if I look in my library, my kid will say, Ma, you're not supposed to do that. So
but
I'm not
we'll
going
look later.
to. I'll have it here. So you do the snake out of this, and then each stripe, after you finish a book or a genre, you can decide how you want to do it, or just make the snake because it's so damn cute. She gave us safety eyes to go with it, so I bought 2, and these are DK.
So if you have a goal of reading 10 books in the year,
correct,
you'll have your snake done in the year.
Correct.
So you knit a stripe.
Yes, and I knit
after every
know me,
book.
I probably read a book every month or so because I really, really like to read. If anybody's into reading, I'm going to just throw this out there, but The Oligarch's Daughter is fantastic. It's a mystery.
You are really good at reading.
I love reading. The Oligarch's Daughter, very good. It is a mystery. It's nothing that you're going to learn anything by, but it's very, very good. So this is one of the snake, and I'll have it in the notes what it is. Actually, I won't.
That'll be fun to see that
progress along.
Progress.
Yeah. Same one as Laura. This what they sold out of right away. She had a ton of it.
Oh my gosh!
That was the biggest
huge
pile
right at the front of the table.
Gone.
Not even a lick of it left.
Right. Oh, these are my safety eyes. They're just regular safety eyes
for the snake
she gave us. This is the same as Laura's, the repotted sprouts, because I had to have it when I saw the sample.
We do buy a lot of the same things.
All right, this I absolutely
I didn't get this
love.
One. That's beautiful.
This is called the Monochrome Series, and it's a colorway blue-green.
Wait a minute.
At that.
Oh.
We got a monochrome, but not this one.
I gave you the other one, and I kept that one.
Oh, so you have it. You have one of these?
Remember,
yes, I have it.
I got the 2 monochromes, I gave you I let you choose. No, that's not it. I let you choose which one you wanted, and you wanted the one that was more pink.
This one.
Yes. And so I kept the one that's
so
blue.
this is the monochrome set.
Because I bought both colors, remember?
Yep.
So I do have that one at home.
Look at this pie.
Just not from local yarn shop day. I got that previously.
And then I got this, and this is sushi roll. Isn't that fun? And the stripes are bigger on this one. It's must be less stripes because the stripes are much bigger than some of the others.
I think some were under 10 stripes.
Right, and some were over 10 or whatever.
Yep.
And then I got this from Angie because I love them, and it's Simple Progress. And it looks like that. So this is what I bought. My husband actually saw when we did the little short in the yarn shop. Oh. He said to me, "Tell me you didn't buy all that yarn." I said, "I did." I don't buy
It's not yarn that you have.
Right.
You don't have this yarn.
Nope. I have the same brands, but I don't have that. Like, look at this. Is another woolen zinage. This one is called Spring Forward.
We just love your yarn, Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle, it's a
and
sickness.
We're so it's even better now that we've actually met you in real person.
Yes, and I know I keep saying it, but I love your daughter. She's very sweet. She was very. I mean, she chatted with me. I'm old, and she still, she still wanted to chat with me.
Watch out for your drink.
So, we have any other announcements? So that's our haul.
That was our haul. So now we've kind of shown you a little bit, but our friend Angie is actually starting her own Etsy. I don't think it's actually up yet, but it is in the works. And the name of her business is Twinkle Dimple Studio. And you can find her on Instagram. It's twinkle.dimple.studio. And you'll find her Instagram. She's just starting. She has started to create her stitch markers.
They're like first class.
And progress keepers.
It's nothing that's going to get caught in your yarn.
They are absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
And she was so generous to donate some to us. We get to keep one each. But then we have a few that have been donated that we'll include in some of our giveaways.
Yes. I want to do it in the 20,000, in the 2,000.
Some of these will definitely be included in our next giveaway for when we reach 2,000 subscribers. And we're getting so close, folks. We are at 1,888, I think.
89. Yeah, something like that. Close
somewhere
enough.
around there. So we're so close. Please, like, subscribe, share, ring the bell, let your friends know, let your family know. Help us get to that goal so that maybe you can win the prize. And this is going to be a good one. Yeah. We haven't pulled all the items together yet, but we're coming up with ideas and thinking about things, and definitely it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
So we got Knit City Montreal coming up in mid-May. Yeah. Also in May, and we're going to be celebrating rare disease and Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, EDS. Someone asked what did EDS stand for, so it's EDS, and that is going to be celebrated in May as well. Rare disease.
So we're going to do a little giveaway. So let's prompt them now. Let's do the prompt now.
Okay.
So, and I don't want it to be exclusive to rare diseases, because sometimes people are going through a really tough emotional time and they need some self-pampering. And I wanted to open it up to them as well, because in the little prize that we're going to give out to kind of give recognition to people with Ehlers-Danlos, like myself and my daughter and many of you, and or some other rare
or silent, unnoticeable,
right? Exactly,
like a hidden
right
disability,
exactly, and that's
something
what these
that
are.
isn't obvious to
Right.
people.
And Ehlers-Danlos, for the most part, is it's hidden, you know, and also people with severe depression or, you know, that just need to like. That the world is making them crazy and would like a little pampering, because we're going to put a few pampering things in the prize box as well.
It'll be like a care package.
A care package. So
zebra is the word.
So put it in the comments.
And so we're still in April today, but this next week is going to be May. So I would say between now and our next podcast, leave us a comment and let us know where you're from, because we're loving that.
Oh my God, I love it when you say where you're from.
Just to shout out a few, we've had people from the UK, from Northern Ireland, from Croatia,
Hawaii,
and Australia,
Alaska,
New Zealand, Alaska, Canada.
Oh, my Canadian friends, hello!
out on the West Coast in Portland and Oregon,
like all over.
We love hearing where you're from. So let us know where you're from. That's not a must. You don't have to if you don't want to, but we like to know that.
Right.
But use the word zebra and just drop us a line, and
you'll be entered into the giveaway. And
we'll
there's
do the random.
It'll be a yarn thing plus things that make
some
you
self-care.
feel good. Things that make you feel good. So I think that's a wrap.
I think it is.
So what do we do at the end of the show?
So we like, subscribe, and you can ring my bell. Ring my bell. Doot, doot. Bye, everybody.